go. Welcome back to another episode of Inside Transportation on CFF Nation. I've got two amazing guests with me right now, George and Wendy from the George and Wendy Show.
That's us!
Nice.
Everybody's like, who is that?
Who?
Well, first of all, like, who's the guy who just introduced you?
Oh, come on.
Hey, I don't know who you are.
So, guys, listen, I wanted to have you on the show for a number of reasons. I mean, I just like what we're doing.
Yeah.
And what we're doing is we're trying to get messages out to the trucking community that just isn't getting out.
Yeah.
And it hasn't gotten out. I've been in the business 20 years financing trucks, and nobody's done what's happening.
Yeah.
It's time to do it.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
You're right.
And so we're going after it. That's what we're doing.
We're doing it.
3.5 million CDL holders right now. Your voice is loud and it can be heard. You just need to voice it, and you need to know where to put
You need to know
your efforts.
where to voice it.
Where to voice it.
is just as important as what you're saying.
And what about, right? I mean, you got to pick the hill that you want to climb
Exactly.
to, and it can't always be a negative hill and a nasty topic. Like so much of it is going on YouTube,
Yes.
right? There's a lot of people.
Social media has completely changed the face of, how we all interact.
everything.
10 years ago, two drivers, they might not ever talk to one another, but through social media, it brings everybody together and allows people to focus their attention on the important issues that, need to be addressed. So
We're very fortunate to have 4,000 people come together. And people say all the time that truckers can't agree on anything, and that's not true. They have different ways of thinking and expressing themselves, but I think all of us agree on a lot of things. We just need to be a little more educated on how to make those things change.
Yeah.
And I think that's important. You're doing a lot for that. I try to write, things about that. I'm always encouraging people to use your voice. The government is yours. People don't use it as their own. They see it as an entity that they don't belong to.
feel intimidated by the system.
I'm intimidated by the system. But the more you learn about it, the more you need to understand that that's your responsibility. It is. It's your responsibility.
If you care about freedom, it's still out there.
That's right. Heck yeah, we're free every day, man. We got a great life.
Right?
Absolutely.
So I think one of the things, though, that has happened over the years in transportation, and particularly the trucking side of transportation, is that a lot of people don't feel that way anymore. They feel like this is the pigeonhole that they're in, and they can't. They're stuck in it. And I want to help them with positivity, with messaging, with education, with information, and some entertainment, so they can see that, look, it doesn't matter where you are. You're there because you want to be there.
That's right.
Now, if you want to change that, you've got a lot of tools that can help you change that.
And you're absolutely right. Today, with the kind of tools that you're offering, the things that are happening on the internet, people have an opportunity to do anything. They used to tell you can be anything you want when you grow up.
Right.
It was a little bit harder, a long time ago. Now you have vast amounts of opportunity right here. All you gotta do is look it up.
So I'll tell you what I think is amazing too, is that from a corporate standpoint, why isn't somebody bigger than the three of us doing it? We're a small independent finance company.
We're just a married couple.
We're just a couple of goofballs.
I don't know why it's not being done. I'm going to go so far as to say shame on them.
Well,
for the guys that have pockets deeper than the three of ours. Shame on them that they haven't made some sort of a movement to do something different to help the truck. There's 3.5 million people as drivers.
Yes.
Right? Shame on them for not doing it.
We have a running joke that we say a lot of the owners of these big major corporate mega fleets, they're not even really in the trucking business, they're in the tax credit business. Because for every butt they put in that seat, they're getting a tax incentive for creating a job. So they don't really care a whole lot about retention. These more in the larger fleets. So it's just like you said, they like those deep pockets. They like keeping them full.
Well, what I've learned, and we haven't seen it with the network yet, but what I've learned is that if the intention's right, it'll all come. It'll all come back.
That's true.
We're early on the network. The network is 8 months old, and it's completely sponsored by Commercial Fleet. We have no advertisers whatsoever. We make no money on it. We make no contribution from anybody. But we're so ridiculously committed to it.
I know that feeling. I know that feeling every day.
So let's talk about what you guys are doing. I mean, you made the transition from dry van to flat. Were you guys doing drive before?
Yeah, we were doing dry van up until about 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I made the switch over to flat.
So how did the switch even come to you? How did this unique opportunity come to you?
It was something that I wanted to do. I was tired of swinging doors. I wanted to get a little bit more exercise, and Lord, am I getting a little bit more?
Yeah.
So I can keep about 100 t-shirts in the truck.
We got a lot more dirty laundry these days.
Yeah. So no, I mean, it's just there's something that I could take pride in. I mean, there's something that goes into securing your load. I mean, there's all kinds of things that made me.
Flatbedders look at each other's loads like they look at each other's women. I mean, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but that's how they're very.
You can tell the guys that takes pride in their work. So
and it means a lot to a flatbedder if you tell them that's a good looking tarp job, and they're like.
Yeah. But how did the opportunity even come? Because like today's radio show, we talked about getting exposure for your business, getting known. Don't wait for it to come because it's usually not going to. Right? You got to go out and make it happen. So how did you go out and make it happen?
Well, I'm contracted lease with Landstar, so I mean, and that's. There's a plug for Landstar.
Yeah.
I love you guys. It really, really is. I mean, it's for me, for everything that we have going on, it was a better fit. We had talked about getting our own authority, but with Landstar, they handle so much of the back end paperwork, and it freed up so much of our time.
Stuff that I would have to do. I'm not. I just don't want to do it.
It was just a good fit, and I mean, they have a huge platform division. They do anywhere from flatbed all the way up to RGN, heavy. I mean, just crazy, big equipment. So I mean, Landstar is just there's all kinds of opportunities there for me.
You can do all kinds of things at Landstar, and they have their own. They have their own safety training and stuff, so you can't just say, okay, I'm not going to do driving anymore. You have to actually go and take a class.
So I had pulled platform. 2008 is the last time I did it, and then they make you go. Even though I had that experience, Landstar makes you go. They want to make sure. That's the other thing. Landstar. I mean, there's a reason we don't get pulled into every scale house because of our safety rating. I hardly ever get a red light. So I mean, just the opportunities that are available to not just me, but any driver that's with Landstar. I mean, they're kind of limitless.
Yeah. So you communicate with Landstar and say, hey, I'm thinking about making a transition. Let's start talking about this transition.
Well, they have different divisions, and you just say, hey, I'm ready.
Yep.
So actually, the class is it's down here in Dallas now. The securement school is down here, and it's actually in Fort Worth, I believe.
Yep.
But I came down. They put you in a nice hotel and put you through a 2-day class, and
you have to pass your safety ratings and all that.
Yeah, you
stuff.
take a test. And
you guys had to buy the trailer, or Landstar provides the trailer?
Depends. You can do either.
You can rent one of their company trailers. You can bring your own, or you can just use one and not pay for it. So I think
you do pay for it, but it's a percentage.
We're looking at buying our own.
Okay.
Right now we've got one of theirs.
Yeah. So we're using a company flatbed right now.
We're going to have to pick a dry van up again in October to do a run for, is it MS? The MS
multiple sclerosis rally. We're transporting the participants, the bicycle riders, their luggage from St. Augustine to Daytona. So I thought it was just a volunteer gig, which it was for a good cause. I was like, yeah, man, we'll do that. And then I find out, they put you in the Hilton.
Yeah, you
go to all these shows. I'm like, wow.
We were being altruistic and stuff. We'll help out with MS.
It's a good cause.
Like, yeah, if you go to the Hilton, I'm like.
Intentionally go so far.
On the beach in the Hilton? Yeah, all right.
Are you kidding me?
Twist our arms. So.
Yeah, really. So, but he will have a box for maybe a week or so.
Yeah, I'm going to have to act like I know how to back up again.
Yeah.
Because I don't do a lot of it with the flatbed.
But that's
full in parallel.
That's funny though when he there's a joke that flatbedders can't back up, but that's not necessarily true. And the first time I think it was your first run, wasn't it?
Yeah. The end of the
day. So tired. And he does the blind side back. He hits that hole
with a spread axle.
CB lights up. Well, look at that flatbedder. He can back up. And he's like.
Yeah. I just dropped my van on like 6 hours ago. You don't need to know that part. So.
I actually thought I had a van behind me.
That's what I was telling. I was like, they don't know that you just dropped a van.
No.
Well, guys, there's a lot of craziness going on. I mean, there's a lot of changes. I think social media and the eyeballs that it's getting on our industry has been tremendous.
Oh yeah, and not always in a positive way.
I was going to say, it's a good thing and it's a very bad thing.
I choose to focus on the positive. I mean, look, I wear this wristband, no negativity allowed. I mean, I don't really.
We're the same. We have the same philosophy on all of our social media. I don't post pictures of wrecks. I don't post pictures of people doing stupid things.
There's 10,000 other pages people can go see those kind of things happening. So
we want to focus on the positive. We want a better image in this industry. We want people to understand that don't think I've met one single trucker that wasn't smart and educated as far as I'm concerned, you know, and they have a very bad rap as just being uneducated steering wheel holders. We've met college professors. I'm a nurse. I don't drive, but I'm in a truck now. He's a photographer. That's what he went to school for.
It's craziness. That perception is absurd.
It is. And
totally absurd.
Although I have met a few.
Yeah, we've met. I mean,
well, look, we financed a few of them too.
Yeah.
They think they want to get in, and
but it's
3 months later they're out.
It's just not a mold, you know. I mean, like she was talking about, there's this stereotype, and there's people from all walks of life doing this job, you know, and that's one of the things that I do like about it. I don't like so much some of the habits of the newer drivers with the foot up on the dash and the headphones. I'm not a big fan of that. Oh wait, I'm getting negative. I'm sorry.
No negativity.
Well, no, but I mean it's true. There is an incredible responsibility that goes on with an 80,000 pound piece of equipment, right?
Sure.
So
well, that's why we hammer education and training as pretty much our platform.
Yeah, I mean that's for in our eyes, that's the way the roads are going to truly be made safer, is through education and training. You can throw all the regulations in the world on people, and you're not going to make the roads. And the roads are inherently a dangerous place, you know. And you have all these safety. I wouldn't want to be, you know, the director of the FMCSA. They have all these public safety groups. You have families from people that have been involved in horrific accidents, but they don't really. The FMCSA does not really have a sound understanding of what's involved in this job. So all these regulations coming down the pipe, on paper, you know, maybe makes perfect sense, but in real world application, in a lot of cases it makes things worse.
It's more dangerous. A lot of the things are intrinsically dangerous when they're put into practice. And instead of having the integrity to say, okay, that was wrong, that didn't work, they fight it.
So what do you guys think about this? I mean, let's use this as our last topic here, but what do you think about this driveless big rigs? The driverless big rigs?
Okay. We have talked about this a lot, and there's a lot of people who are very upset about this. Our infrastructure cannot run.
Could not.
No.
Absolutely. Okay, have you been down a road in Indiana lately?
I just did a road trip back and forth from Dallas to Florida last week.
Okay.
Through Louisiana.
No, wait, Indiana's... What'd you say Indiana was like being thrown in a commercial dryer with a cinder block and a rabbit raccoon?
There you go. Take your chances on that one. It's horrible, but the thing about the driverless trucks is I find it really stupid that they're investing so much time and effort into a driverless truck before they want to invest time and effort into a road that the thing will run on. That's kind of dumb, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
it's not just me.
But is it possible that a Chicago to Dallas road gets built in which a driverless truck drives the freight from a huge distribution center to a huge
technology is there. I mean, it's who's going to make the financial investment.
Right. Who's going to build the infrastructure?
And who's going to sit in that truck while the truck's rolling down the road by itself? You know, I don't know. Personally, I wouldn't feel very comfortable. But like she said, I mean, there's the way the infrastructure is now. There's no way.
There's no way.
There's no possible way.
There's no way they can run. But we can barely run a regular truck on that crap out there. What are you talking about?
Oh, welcome to Oklahoma. Put your mouthpiece in.
Oh my God.
I've seen your truck. You guys got a beautiful truck.
Thank you.
No,
we love her.
Thank you.
She's our baby.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. We're going to count it down on Inside Transportation. I want to thank George and Wendy for being with me. I want to thank you guys for all your support too on what we're doing.
Absolutely, man. We appreciate what you do. We really do.
We do.
You guys very much
All right.
So thanks again. I'm Matt Manero. You can follow me on Twitter at Matt Manero. Until the next time we talk, thanks.